Hatchet by Gary Paulsen by Caden, Andy, and JT. Brian Robinson, age 13, from New York. His parents are recently divorced, and he's going to Canada to visit his dad for the summer. His mom gave him a hatchet before he left, thinking Brian could use it when he goes on camping trip with his dad.
The story takes place in the wilderness of Canada by an L-shaped lake.
Okay, so now I'm going to tell you some of the main events. It is the summer, and Brian's mom drops Brian and him to New York to fly to Canada to see his dad. Brian gets on a Cessna 406, a bush plane, with a pilot who needs to deliver drilling equipment to Brian's dad. While Brian is in the plane, he realizes the divorce. He replays the divorce in his head. The pilot experiences pain in his arm, passes gas, and can barely speak. He has a heart attack while flying the plane, and Brian must take over and try to land the plane.
He crashes in a lake and able to get out of the plane and onto the shore. Injured, hurt his head, and swarmed by mosquitoes. Finally, he drinks some water, and his first food is gut cherries. His first food was gut cherries.
Okay, so then chapter 6, builds a shelter, finds raspberries, turtle eggs, comes across a bear, builds a fire. So there's
They're the turtle eggs, how small they are compared to a quarter.
And then he finds, these are the raspberries he finds. And then raspberries, and then he comes across a bear. Sweet. And so now, chapter 7, he builds a fire. And chapter 8, here's a plane, but he's too late to realize it is a plane. By the time his fire is built, the plane has gone away. He's really sad about that. So, then chapter 9, makes a spear, catches fish.
Traps fish, makes a bow and arrow, learns to kill birds.
Attacked by a moose, then a tornado comes through at night, destroying his shelter, which he's like, I've already gone through all this stuff, what could happen next? And then a tornado comes out of nowhere, and then that destroys his shelter. However, the tornado almost moves the plane and lake, and Brian can see it sticking out of the lake.
Here's what it looked like to him, like the tail of the plane was sticking out of the lake.
So, that. And then he makes a spear and then catches fish and traps some fish. Trap. So, like, this is the trap. And so, attacked by the moose, then tornado comes through the night, destroying the shelter. However, the tornado also moves the plane and lake of Brian can see. I read that too, sorry. Builds a raft to get to the plane for the survival pack. He thinks there's a survival pack in there, so he goes. And chapter 12, finally gets the survival pack after seeing this one. He spends hours getting back to the shore and back to the shelter. It's very exhausted. Goes through all the items in his survival pack, including the freeze-dried food and orange drink. He turns on the emergency transmitter, but doesn't know it. But doesn't know what it does. After 54 days of being alone in the wilderness, Brian is rescued by a plane, like a pilot. He comes in, and that's all the main events we did. And so our favorite part is when he gets the survival pack.
Because there's a transmitter in it, and he was able to transmit. He was able to talk to the pilot on there, and so.
And like he couldn't get, like, if he didn't get that, he wouldn't be able to, like, he would have been never got back to his house and everything.
So then
these are some of these things that he saw.
that he
and
caught and
things.
stuff. So he
caught. These are some of the fish he caught.
and then the 2 rabbits he caught.
And the 2 rabbits he saw in the book.
And
We
then
didn't tell you about that.
2
But
rabbits were the cottontail and the snowshoes.
So that's all we have for you.
Yeah, I think the theme of the book is surviving because he went through all of these things and he survived all of it. So, yeah.